I was on a call with another builder. I won't use his name because he asked me not to share this. But he had asked me, he goes, do you care about the customer experience? And answer me honestly. I said, and then he paused. He goes, wait a second. Let me just, before you answer that, let me just say that I don't. I just want to build cool stuff. And I said, that's fair. But like the outcome of the home, when the home is all done, like, would you want to be invited back to like enjoy the home that you built, that you spent 2 years building? Like, is that important? And I started to kind of get him to like see where I was going with it. But, I think so many of us and so many builders say that they have a good customer experience or want to provide a good customer experience, and we talk a big game when it comes to selling the job, but then you're under construction and you had poor pre-construction, you're poor planning, everything's stressful, the client's aggravated at you're quote unquote over budget and behind schedule, and at this point, like, you don't give a shit about the client experience and you just want to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first thing to go. And and that's the reality of it. And then you don't get any, there's no brownie points for a good customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm going with this is, like, one of the things that I had thought when I was doing this exercise was when you order an Uber or when you order Uber Eats, there's this, you have the app and you get to see it happening. And like, you're seeing like, oh, there's a bicycle on the map and he's going to pick up my food right now. Oh, that bicycle is now moving closer to me. And oh, it's going to be here in 3 minutes. Oh, he's here. And that, compared to if you call your local pizza shop and you order a pizza over the phone and then 30 minutes go by, 35, 40, you're like, when are you coming? And then you're on the phone. It's like, hey, I ordered a pizza 40 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, Charlie's leaving the shop right now. And that's the answer. It's like, well, does he have 6 orders to drop off before he gets to me? Like, and that experience between the two, it's like all they did was communicate along the way where they are at in the process automatically. Like, no one's doing any like manual like update. It's just this automatic thing. But that experience for me as a consumer is so much better because I feel like I'm informed. And I think, what you preach and certainly what we talk about a lot is like, you just have to be a good communicator. And I think we struggle with, well, communication is difficult. Like, you're constantly updating. I'm constantly sending this and I'm constantly updating the budget. And it's like, sure, but let's break it down simply and just find ways to simplify the communication and keep the client informed and feel as though they know where they're at in the process. Because when they don't and they ask you, it's too far gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're removing the uncertainty from that interaction. And that's, and if you look at why people are doing it, and that is the big question that I'm pondering is, do people actually care about customer experience? And, if I can go back and ask that person a counter question, it would be, do you care about profit? Do you care about you bringing your frustration level down and eliminating some of that? And really the gist of what technology can help with customer experience is not just elevating the experience for the end user or for that consumer. It's also making it a lot easier for you. A lot of what you talk about is proactivity. It's how can I, and this is again what the larger companies are trying to eliminate, is how do I eliminate a callback? How do I eliminate that person spending more time with me that they don't need, that I can't spend that time giving them a good experience? I have to defend whatever we're in the middle of doing. And so it's a little bit of a strategy game of, how do I eliminate the things that don't advance the ball forward? And in doing that, it provides a better experience and it provides you a more efficient business, on the back end. So it's really a game. I look at customer experience as it's as much of, you're just defining your processes, making your business run better. And I think you said it, the cherry on the top of that is your clients really, really appreciate that. I would say my best customer experience moment was during the pandemic, everybody was camping outside with tents. You know, it was like the backyard camping with your kids, and how do we get them out of our face? And unfortunately, one of our tent poles broke in the middle of that process. And it was a tent that I bought probably 13 years before on Steep and Cheap. And I was like, there's no way I am ever going to be able to. This is not under warranty. I don't know where any of my information is. There's no way I'm going to call this company and they're going to say that it's under warranty. But I was like, just send me a pole. Like, I will pay at that point $500 for this pole so that I could, you know, camp with my kids outside in a tent and just get them out of my hair. And I called the company on like a 5 o'clock on a Sunday, you know, and I didn't even call them. I chatted with them and gave them the information. And they said, oh, yeah, they knew the exact information from my phone number with everything that I had. They said, you got this tent from this company on this date. I was astonished. You know, I had been doing this for years, and there's very few companies who were at that level at that
Right.
time. And they were like, yep, here's your temple. And 2 days later, we had it. And I astonished. All they did was they were able to make the information accessible on their back end and eliminate any uncertainty or any question that I had on my end. And they said, here you go. You know, they had
But
it ready, teed up.
but even like in a simpler light, all they did was when you purchased it, they decided to file it and track it. They didn't
Exactly.
retroactively go looking for your order. It was like, hey, we're going to change our process. So as people come into our system, we will, flag, like tag, that person with this product. So if they ever call back with a phone number, we can pull it up. It's, it that's what I was getting at, is like these moves they're simple if you're putting them into place. And I think you said it earlier, it's the sum of a bunch of little things. And
Mm-hmm.
and they, over time, it's the 1% rule. If you're 1% better every day, it's like by the end of the year, that's a lot of percent better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, and it can be directly related to this customer experience. I wish I had thought of that. What you said is like, do you care about profit? Do you care about, um, you know, uh, the end result with the client in terms of, the customer experience? Because, that builder, yeah, for sure, like cares about profit and cares about his business. It was just the fact that, in his case, and I think in a lot of people's cases, is like they feel as though they're prioritizing keeping the client happy over making money. And the reality of that situation is, no, you're just so far into the project where you didn't establish these systems. And now, you can skate, for quite a while just fine. But when something trips you up, you're going to click down a percent, and over time you're going to keep going down, and you'll never get back up to where you were because you didn't have anything holding you there to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Your process was just kind of put together, and you were seeing how far you could go. Where like the tent company, it's like they went into it knowing, hey, one day that pole might break, and we're going to keep her phone number. So when she calls, I'm going to be in the warehouse packing that pole up as she's calling at the same time, because I know that's what she needs.